Hey guys, today we're going to learn the first step of solving the Rubik's Cube. I'm not going to teach you any algorithms, I'm only going to tell you stories. And if you remember the stories, you'll be able to do the steps. So let's go ahead and start. The first thing you'll notice is that the middle piece, in this case yellow, it has to be on top. So if someone gives you a cube and asks you to solve it, you don't want this one to be anything other than yellow. Let's go ahead and rotate the cube. I found it. It's yellow. So now we can start. And as we're solving the cube, you'll always want to hold the cube so that the yellow center piece is on top. Now, what we're trying to do is make sure that the neighbors are white. So think of this middle piece as you right now. You're the yellow one. And you want your 4 friends to be right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not talking about the corners. The corners don't matter right now. So how do we get these 4 pieces to be white? Let's look around the cube. And when we look around, we can just rotate the cube, but yellow is still on top. Let's start here. Now, I see some white pieces, but I'm only interested in one of these 2 pieces. Which one am I interested in? I'm interested in the one that's not the corner. This one is in the corner, so I'm not interested. However, I am interested in this one. So what can we do? I want you to think of this Rubik's Cube as a shopping mall with elevators. This right here is the right elevator, and it can go up and down. We also have the left elevator on this side, and it can go up and down. And in this shopping mall, to go up the elevator, you have to be on the 2nd floor. How many floors are in this shopping mall? Here's the 3rd floor on top. Here's the 2nd floor. And here's the 1st floor. And in this mall, you cannot go on the elevator unless you are already on the 2nd floor. Fortunately for us, the piece that we're interested in, it's already on the 2nd floor. So we can start taking the elevator. Now, how do we take the elevator up? All we're going to do is turn this left side up. So you'll see that this piece right here that was on the front, it's going to the top, and it's there. Let me show you that again. I'm going to undo that. It's right here on the front, and I'm going to turn it, and now it's white. So we need 3 more pieces to be white on top. This one, and this one. Let's take a look at the front again. I don't see any white pieces that are not in the corner. Let me rotate the cube, and remember, yellow's still on top. I found another white piece. In fact, there's 3 white pieces on here, but I'm only interested in one of them. This one is in the corner, I'm not interested. This one is in the corner, I'm not interested. And it happens to be that this one is on the 2nd floor again. Great, if it's on the 2nd floor, I can take the elevator. How do I take the elevator? I just turn this up, and there we go. I now have 2 of the friends here, and I need to make these 2 white. Let's take a look at this side. Nothing here. Just going to move the cube around. I don't see anything here. Let's move it around again. I found one. It's right here. Great. You'll notice, though, that it's not on the 2nd floor. And you can only get to the very top, right? You can only get to the top if you take the elevator up. But this is kind of near the top, but it's on the side. You can see that. It's near the top, but it's on the side. And that's not good. So, we kind of have to bring your friend down to the 2nd floor. So you're going to tell your friend to go down to the 2nd floor to get on the elevator because your friend is hanging out off the edge right here. So how does your friend get to the 2nd floor? Well, you'll just have to use the Ferris wheel. That's how we're going to go up and down between floors. So the Ferris wheel works like this. We're going to go from the 3rd floor to the second floor. See, the friend is now on the second floor. Now, I call this the Ferris wheel, but you can also think of it as a cartwheel. Let's do a cartwheel in the front. Yep, same thing. You can also think of it as turning a clock in the front. The clock goes round. There you go. You could also turn it the other way and go on this side, because remember, there's two elevators, one on the left and one on the right. And you know what I'm going to do this time? This time I want to go in the right elevator. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's take that Ferris wheel down. Remember, yellow's still on top, way up there. I didn't do anything. And here we go. We're on the second floor. We can take the elevator up. So what we did, remember, one more time, your friend was almost on top, but he was hanging off the edge. He needs to get on the elevator and come up properly. So we just took that Ferris wheel down. Great. Now that we are on the second floor, we can take the elevator up. But you're going to notice a problem. You're going to knock your friend, only this middle one. Forget these two corner pieces. This middle one. When you take the elevator up, look what happens to this piece. It's going to disappear and go into the back. And your friend is gone. The other friend is gone. So one friend went up and the other one disappeared. That's not good. How do we solve this problem? We want this spot to become available. This friend is going to tell this friend, make some room for me. Get out of the way. How do we do that? We're just going to rotate the top third floor layer. So I'm going to do this. Is this available? What does that mean? Is it white or not white? It's still white, which means it's not available. Let's rotate it again. Is this white or not white? It's not white. Therefore, it's available, and there is a spot for our friend to come. And let's look one more time. Right here, this would also work. This is not white, and our friend could come up here as well. This would be a problem. We don't want to knock our friend over. Okay, so let's go back, and it doesn't matter if this one is yellow or blue, as long as it's not white. So now that it's available, let's just go ahead and take that elevator up. And there we go. We didn't knock any of our friends over. Oh, interesting. Look at this. I see another piece that we're interested in. It's a white piece that's not in the corner. And I kind of want to just take the elevator up, but I realize if I do, I'm going to knock this friend out of the way. So I need to make this piece not white. Let's rotate the top layer. It's still white. It's still white. Now it's not white. There's room for our friend. Let's take the elevator up. And there we have it. There's you in the middle and your four friends to the side. We don't care about the corners. We just care about your direct neighbors right here. This is called the yellow daisy, and you have completed step number 1.